Good morning, everyone. It's super dark. Oh, can you see me better? Okay, so it's really dark outside. I am leaving a little bit earlier. Ooh, it turned off. Oh, sad. Maybe you guys could see me somewhere else. Okay, I will talk to you a bit. Hello and good morning, everyone. I am so glad that you are all watching this video. It is extremely early. I got here at 7 o'clock today for a couple of different reasons. One, I have a meeting at 8 o'clock with a committee that's at our central office. So I've been very generously and graciously asked to come and join this committee. So I'm really excited, and I hope to bring something new to them and assist in any way that I can. But so I have that, and that's been planned for quite some time. I think it's been about a month that I knew that I was going to come to this committee this morning. And then last night I was getting my little boy, and we were just kind of getting, well, okay, let me back up. So last night when I got home, first my husband was like, okay, well, Ian, which is my older son, Ian's not feeling good. He's laying down. So I went and checked on him. He was crying. He was really upset because his head was hurting and he needed to do homework, bless his little heart. But he ended up sleeping pretty much the entire night. He woke up, I think, about 8 or so, and did his homework, ate something, and went right back to sleep. So he seemed fine when he woke up at 8 o'clock, which was really good. But I think about like 6:30-ish, 7 o'clock-ish, my little one, who is going to be 3 in January, was not feeling well, and he had a little bit of a temp, and it was nothing that was like bad, and that is still like grounds that they could go to daycare. So I sent him off to daycare. I was like very back and forth on it, and last night his temp went straight up. So he is at home with Dad right now, but Dad has to go and work later, so I need to take pretty much the entire day off, minus my meeting that I have this morning, which ends at 10 o'clock. And really I'm supposed to be there until like 11:30, because that's what they're paying for my sub. So I'm gonna be here until 11:30, and then I'm gonna take the rest of the afternoon off to be able to stay with him and maybe take him to the doctor. I'm not really sure if this is doctor worthy, if he just has a cold. I'm not sure yet. So I haven't decided on that part, but my husband needs to leave to go and work. So I'm gonna get ready for my sub. Now I'm getting ready for both of my subs. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have to also record a spelling test and put it up on their site. So I need to make sure to do that. Number 1, flower. My favorite type of flower is a tulip. Flower. Number 10, choose. I can never choose between chocolate or ice cream. Choose. This is the end of recording for test green 53. Be sure to check over your answers and listen to the audio again. When you are finished, make sure your name is at the top and turn it into the basket. Okay, I'm getting ready to leave because I have to be there in probably like 15-20-ish minutes. So I'm getting ready to go. This is what my table looks like, with my sub plans and all of the little materials that she'll need there. I didn't show you guys, but I put little twinkly lights up there. I love them. So cute. So yes, so everything's ready to go. And I am heading off to my meeting, and then to go and check on my little guy who is sick at home. So yes, I will see you guys in a moment. What time is it? It's almost 2 o'clock. I just got my little guy to lay down and go take a nap. He's not feeling well at all. Bless his little heart. I feel so bad for him. I had my meeting this morning and it went really well. I came home and I literally just my son just fell in my lap, and he did not want to let go of me, so that not much occurred after that. But my meeting went really well this morning. I shared some things about curriculum and just some of my ideas about learning targets. And if you've seen work that I've done, I am very big and passionate about having learning targets in the classroom, and then giving a progression of what students are working on. So that's part of the emoji maps that kids are using in the classroom. So really excited there. And I'm trying to plan on some other things that I can share for the next meeting in January. So that's something else that I'm working on. Okay, so now the older one is finally home. I made them something to eat, so they're still downstairs. You could probably hear them because it's like this part is open to the downstairs. So I made them something to eat and they're eating right now. Finishing up actually, and I decided to come up and start doing some laminating because I need to laminate. So just to kind of keep you guys up to date, we have gone back to using Dojo a little bit more regularly than what we have, and so far it's been working pretty well. We have kind of this one chart inside of their like black communication folder that they take home every day, and on Fridays at the end of the day we write their percentages for the week. We sign it and then their parents have to sign it, and they have a spot for notes. So we have it already predated for the rest of the year, and that makes it pretty easy for us so that we don't have to have new sheets to put in there. So now we wanted to do a little something extra as far as just like incentives for them. So I really wanted to do some kind of like economy bucks type deal, because I had a my third grade like internship teacher who my son actually had for third grade, was phenomenal, and she had something called bookworm bucks, which were so cute. So we decided to do Dojo bucks, and here's what we're doing. So I have printed out 1s and 5s, and these are the ones that I'm actually going to laminate right now and get them cut up. And then what will happen is, depending on the percentage that they have for the week, depends on how many bucks they're going to get. So if they get 80%, they get $1. If they get 80%, what? Okay, thank you. Well, I can't remember the exact percentages, but we sat down and we came up with it. Anyways, so depending on the percentage, I think at the most, like if they get 100%, they get $3. Oh yeah, 100% is $3, 90 to 99 is $2, and then 80 to 89 is $1. And he's still not doing very good. So depending on what their percentage is for the week, when I'm actually signing them off, I'm also going to give them their bucks. And then what they'll be able to do is, only on Fridays they will be able to gotta go. What do you want to watch, baby? Okay, I'll put her on in a minute. Okay? Get under the blanket. Get all warm and cozy. Sorry, so depending on the percentages that they have for that week, they will get a certain amount of bucks for it. So if they get 100%, they get $3. If they get 90 to 99%, they'll get $2. And if they get 80 to 89%, they get $1. Anything below 80%, they don't get any bucks, because we think that they should have 80% for the week in their dojo. And then what will happen is they will be able to redeem them for different things. So like I think the lowest price is $1 or $3. I can't remember exactly what we had decided, but it's things like pencils, and then you know, pillow day, wear a hat day. They get to have a free win time where they get to choose any kind of app that they want to have to do during their win time, instead of actually using the board. They also have like lunch with a teacher. They will have to be able to run morning meeting, which is one of the pricier ones. I think that one's going to be like 30 dojo bucks. But it's just things that they can like save up for and then redeem them later on. So I'm going to do some laminating and cut those out, because we're starting that this Friday, along with our gingerbread houses this Friday. Hi. It's the end of the day, so I need to get ready for tomorrow, and then I want to try to leave so that I'm not spending way too much time here. But I do want to show you guys a couple of different things right before I head out. So I'm getting ready for my Hamburger Diner, where my students are going to create their hamburgers from their writing after they are editing them with their peers. So I need to make that look a little more diner-ish, and I tried looking for the plastic like red and white checkered, couldn't find it. So was not about to go around looking everywhere in the world, because let's just be honest, y'all, like it's straight up busy out there and ain't nobody got time for that. So I just did red paper from like the butcher paper that you have in schools, and I'm just gonna put them on top of the tables and get ready. Okay, so again, nothing super fancy. They're gonna have little menus that are put out here. Then, oh, these need to get up. So I need to make some more of these, because these are like little hats, and I can show you guys how to make those. But super easy to put up. Nothing that's incredibly fancy, which is nice. So there's what it'll look like when they come in. Okay. To make the little chef's hats, I'm gonna show these to you because I'm gonna end up using all of my materials for tomorrow, and I wanna make sure that I show you guys exactly how I make it. So I take poster board and then I cut out strips. You may be able to do it the short way and get more out of it, just because if you have like kids with smaller heads. I think I had 2 kids or so that may need different sizes, but not a big deal. We can adjust it when they're here. So then let me put you down so you guys can see how I make one. Okay, so you take your poster board and then you're gonna cut a strip out. And the strip that you cut out, it doesn't have to be super perfect or fancy at all. If you wanna get a little bit more perfect with it, you can fold it. This is about how much I do it with. So in like relation to my hand, that's about, it's like the size of my palm, like the height of my palm. Cut it out. And so then you're left with the strip like this. Then what you'll do is you'll take a glue stick, and then right in the middle, up at the very top, you're going to put like a line. That's about how much I put. You will then take your white tissue paper, and then I don't do this perfect. I just scrunch, 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 scrunch. Then you will staple it. So I kind of do it the least amount as possible. If you have kids that you have to adjust, you can totally adjust it for them, or you can have them make it. I just don't have the time to make it with them. Then you're gonna flip it over and add glue here. So there's what it kind of looks like right there. And then I just kind of start feeding it at the ends all the way around. Like this, and then I flip it, and there's your little chef's hat. Very easy, perfect. You can even have your kids make this if you want, and it works. So that's how to do it. So like I said, tomorrow they are going to have they're gonna work on with their partners. So we have writing partners and reading partners that they get to do activities with, and they're gonna work with their partners on editing their writing, and they're gonna go through and create their burger paragraphs. This is an idea from Hope King. I got it from the Get Your Teach On conference, so that's where I got this idea from. So that's what we're doing. And then I've seen a lot about book tastings, and if you have looked at my what is that thing called? My book club packet. In there, I have an idea of book tasting, where you can go through and like print out this printable. It's like a little booklet where the kids go around and they kind of just get the ideas of books and they start writing things down. It was really interesting today. So we're starting informational, but we haven't started, but we've been digging deep into informational, and I'm gonna start having them actually picking their books so that they can research and do little projects with them. And so here's what I did. I went through and just kind of picked out a bunch of my books that I have here, and then these are the books that we will do book tastings with tomorrow. So since we'll have all of this already set up, we're gonna keep our chef's hat on, and then we're gonna go around and just do our little book tastings, which will be nice and fun. Just an easy activity. So, very excited. Very, very, very excited. I can tell you guys how it goes tomorrow. So here is what I wanted to show you guys. Since I was out yesterday at home with my baby, who is still sick, by the way, if you're wondering, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I organize some of my units, and what are some of the things that I do. Me personally, I don't like to have a file folder because I feel like a file folder, everything kind of gets lost. I don't like to keep things digitally because then I can't find certain things, things don't get put in certain folders, and then I forget that I have certain things. I like to keep everything into a binder, and if you've seen me in kindergarten, you know a little bit about my binder systems, but I keep all of my units inside of a binder in page protectors. That way I can just kind of flip through it. So what I did was I started collecting like some of the stories that I've been doing for traditional literature. Everything that I teach with for traditional literature is going to go in here. My idea that I have right now is that I'm going to start coming up with units, and within these units you're going to find that map system. You're also going to have ways for assessment, some activities that you can do, and things that they can do independently, and then also lessons to help guide you with your summarizing traditional literature, you're summarizing historical fiction, and then when we start going into character traits with each of those different types of genres, I'll also start adding some of those. So the one that I'm working on right now is summarizing historical fiction and then character traits for historical fiction, because when we come back, well, probably poetry first. When we come back, we might dig into poetry and then going into some of that historical fiction. So I will hopefully have those units up for you guys before school starts in January. Cross my fingers. But here's an idea. This is kind of like the one that I have for around the world, and it has all of the ones that I've done from kindergarten. And then I'm just gonna add my stuff over here. So I've been putting things, I'm trying to start putting things in my page protectors right now, so it's a hot mess. I'm gonna start adding all of my things inside of here. So I'll keep all of my games, all of my sorts, everything that I've done within this little binder. So when I know that I start teaching for that, I can just pull this thing out and I can flip through it, and it gives me better ideas for when I'm actually teaching. I just don't like any other system. It just hasn't worked for me. So it's just an idea. I am gonna make better labels for this. These are awful, just saying, but I haven't had time. So same thing with this one. I've been doing it for paragraph writing, so all of the materials that I've had for paragraph writing is gonna go inside of these little page protectors, and then that way I can keep track of everything, and I can just pull this out once I start to say, oh, I need to teach paragraph writing. Pull this out, get some more ideas, and I can look for other ideas if need be. This is also a great way for you to be able to put your notes inside of it. You can add sticky notes in there. You can add pieces of paper from just things that you just want to remind yourself, because I've been that teacher that I was like, okay, there was something about this lesson that just did not go just did not go right, and I want to fix it. So I write those types of things down, and I put those inside of these binders so that I can remember for the next year when I'm going back and actually teaching the lesson again. So just an idea and a thought. I'm gonna show you where I actually house all my binders, and you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, just saying. Okay, so I put all my binders are literally in these 4. So here are my binders. These are the ones, the black ones are ones from the school that I got passed on from another teacher. These right here that have really awful labels on it are the ones from my kindergarten classroom. So again, it's just things that I teach. So if I pull out my one for weather, you're gonna see all of the different activities that I've done for weather. I even use these little tabs to put in things that don't fit. So like little booklets. So we have, whoops, we have like this little booklet that just kind of sat on rings. All of this kind of stuff sits inside of these little rings. If you have games or those little envelopes, like I have a Ziploc bag with different manipulatives that kids will do, sorts or anything, typically that will go in here because they just don't fit well inside of those. So I stick them in these. Another thing to use if you don't have those type of pockets, these are phenomenal for this as well. So you could hole punch this little pocket right here and then stick all of your games and anything like little books or anything that you want to keep in there. So even if you have some books, and I think Like if you look at my Cinco de Mayo, like look at that. Look how hot of a mess that is. But it has like little materials that I wanted to stick in there that it's just only for a day. But I will keep my any type of cutouts, like patterns, things like that, that I will keep and use so that I can keep track of it. A lot of these little pieces of paper that we go through and we kind of discuss and talk about, and yes, all of that's kept in there. So it makes it really easy for me to be able to pull out all of my materials, because I know some of you were asking how I kept everything. Sometimes these are really nice and neat, and sometimes I still have papers hanging out over here. So, oh well. Ooh, I love this. If you guys have not checked this out, I have done, what have I done? These were fun. Oh my gosh, those were so much fun. I loved them so much. We did smart centers and we did some activities. There was like my thunderstorm description, which was super, super, super cute. And then they had the sun rhymes, which were really nice. I will leave a link down for this product down below for you guys for my store, because I know weather will be coming up. Some people like to teach that fairly soon. It works for me, guys. I don't know. You let me know how you do it. And then like I literally have more. See, some of these had nice pretty labels on there. I would really love to know what it is that you do in your classroom to help keep yourself organized and maintain all of your lessons and just things that you're working on. Definitely leave a comment down below so that you can share out some of those ideas and we can kind of learn from each other. So it's nice. I am going to pack up so that I can leave, and then I'm gonna deal with my mess tomorrow. I'm very happy to be home. So I'm hoping to watch a Christmas movie finally, because I was just talking with my partner teacher about how I have yet to watch one stinking Christmas movie. So I really want to watch a Christmas movie tonight. So I'm going to do that, work on some hats, because that's what I need to work on. And yes, that's pretty much about it. I hope that you guys, ooh, got dark on me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Please, please, please share it out with some of your teacher friends. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon. Bye. Number 1, flower. My favorite type of flower is a tulip. Flower. Number 2, cellar. You have to go into the cellar to get the wood. Cellar. Number 3, medal. I received the bronze medal after the race. Medal. Number 4, there. They're going to the park after the movie. There. Number 5, very. I was very happy when I got my new car. Very. Number 6, marry. On Saturday, Sheila and John were to marry. Number 7, there. Their house is located at the end of the street. There. Number 8, berry. My favorite type of berry is a strawberry. Number 9, higher. I watched as the balloon went higher and higher into the sky. Higher. Number 10, choose. I can never choose between chocolate or ice cream. Choose. This is the end of recording for test green 53. Be sure to check over your answers and listen to the audio again. When you are finished, make sure your name is at the top and turn it into the basket.